It's going. Okay, I think we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Keelan, if you don't know me, but I am pretty sure I know everybody in the comments, so make sure to say hi, everyone. And I just wanted to say I have the lovely Holly Davis on today, and she is just an absolute angel. So Holly, I'll let you introduce yourself, and her channel, just so everybody knows, is linked down in the description box below. So make sure you go follow.
Oh, thank you. You're prepared, not unlike me on when you were on mine. I was like, oh wait, I need to link your channel. Wait, I have nothing in the description. But hi guys, I'm Holly Davis, also known as Write Holly Davis. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. You can find me everywhere. I'm a YA and middle grade fantasy writer, looking to be traditionally published. Hopefully, I will start querying again soon. I love like sharing motivating things and writing advice, but yeah, I'm all about like motivation and just like encouragement because I know it's hard in the writer life. So
Yeah, and your videos are so encouraging. And also you've got some really good stretching videos. Am
yeah.
I like yes. Okay. And I was talking about not to I was talking about you the other day. It was on I think it was the 10K live stream that I was doing. I forget, but I was talking about you the other day and I was like, Holly's got some really great stretching videos and I'm pretty sure you're a physical therapist.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I think I'm messing that up. I know it's in that kind of like realm of like of profession, but I just was like, I don't remember exactly. And I meant to ask you on Monday and I forgot. And then I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to ask today. So
No, you're right. Yeah. So like, gosh, like I forget when I came out with videos like about like with like good stretches for writers,
yeah.
but then last fall I came out with like a stretching routine, like stretch with me, so you can like follow along with the stretches. So and then I also have like a workout routine too because like we all kind of mess our bodies up. Like there's so many patients I see like they have pain just because of their posture, which you may not have
I'm
pain right
literally
now.
trying to sit up straighter as you say that.
You know, like for me, it's like so many people they're like, "Oh, I just always did this," and then all of a sudden one day I have pain, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's because you caused like micro traumas over time that like your body wasn't telling you until one day it had enough." So I'll get off my little soapbox, but yes, like it's just so important if you guys sit a lot to like, yeah, to move. It's important.
I literally have been sitting so much lately working and I find my butt's been going numb. And I like have never, I know people say that. I could see. So when I was younger, people used to be like, oh, like if you sit too long, like you feel your butt go numb. And I was like, that doesn't happen. That's not a real thing. And I'm like, that's totally a real thing. You stand up and you're like, oh my God, I'm
Yeah.
not comfortable.
Well, I saw one of your vlogs. I think this was a while ago. But the oh, sorry, some message came up and I got distracted.
It's all good.
Sorry.
It's all
It was
good.
my boss because I'm on my like work laptop. I'm like, huh? Um,
Is this important? Like,
oh my god, I completely lost my train of thought too. This is horrible.
oh my God,
Um,
Zuko.
oh
Is
yeah.
that Zuko?
Oh no, that one's Oliver. He's the
Oh,
big.
Oliver.
He's like he's huge.
So
He's
cute.
looking because this is where Zuko eats, and he's like, "Isn't there any food for me?" He likes to steal. He likes to
Steal the
steal
food.
Zuko's food.
Love
Um,
it.
but yeah, so I saw it in one of your vlogs that where were standing like at your table. There was a point where you
Oh,
were
I flipped my laundry bin on my
yeah,
counter and I stood up.
yeah. So it's
Yeah.
good to just like make it work if you don't have like a standing desk or something. Because yeah, it's hard when you're working from home. So it's like yeah, you got to make it work for you. So
For sure. I feel like a lot of people are struggling with this right now. Anyway, let's say hi to everyone. There's a ton of people here, which is so exciting. And
yay.
guys, for anybody who doesn't know, today we are playing a very special iteration of Writing Sprint, which is Spill or Quill. Um, there's two kind of twists to today that we haven't done before. So I'll get to explaining what Spill or Quill is after we say hi to everybody. But today is going to be a little bit different. And Holly, I'm trying something out because normally we end up talking more than writing. And so I think this might make it a little bit more balanced.
Cool.
So we're going to be trying something out. um, I hope you're up for that.
Yeah, totally. I'm up for anything.
Okay. And while we're going through and saying hi to everyone, everybody let us know in the comments how long you want to go for the first writing sprint. Let us know right now. So ADHD writer is here. Super early because I need multiple tabs. Oh, okay. So this is before the stream. This is very early. I see. Maya is here. Welcome. Natalie is here. Devin is here. Vivian's here. Michelle's here. Oh my God, so many people. I'm here. That's good. I feel like that's a good thing. Natalie is here. Kahila is here. Hudson's here. Hudson, I've got your suggestion in the Quill cup. So everybody, this is one of the changes, not changes, but one of the things. I've got a suggestion box on Instagram up in my Instagram stories right now. So if you want a Spiller Quill added to the Spiller Quill cups, head on over to my Instagram and drop it there. And I'll be checking between each session to see if there's any more to add to the stuff we can draw. All right, everybody's just saying hi. Megan's here. Keep Faith Baby's here. Alley Cat is here. Celeste is here. Everybody's just chit-chatting. Kaylee's here. Brittany's here. Oh, Brittany, miss you. Raylan is here. Rem is here. Jasmine's here. Oh my gosh, a bunch of people are here. Amara's here. Sarah's here, popping in to say a quick hello before I head to bed. Have a fantastic stream. Thank you so much, Sarah. Sarah, I believe, was streaming just right before us, so that's fun. Great. Mary's here. Everybody's just saying hi and good night to Sarah. I'm at rehearsal for something, so I'm going to be in and out, but when I can duck out of it, I'm going to be writing with y'all. Oh, yay, that's so exciting. Working on episode 1 of my serial. Oh, weren't we just talking about serials on Monday?
Yeah, yep. We were talking about you, Brittany.
Yeah.
On my channel. Everyone's inspired.
Everybody is inspired. Yeah. Keep Faith Baby is here. Sage is here. Also, yes, Sage is in South Africa, so it is much later than it is right now. Right?
Crazy.
Len is here. Brenda's here. Yay. Everybody's just saying hi. Adventures in Fantasy. Sorry, everybody. I'm just like skipping over if we've already said hi. Allie is here. Leah is here. Yay, everybody's just all chit-chatting. Allie's taking a break for dinner, but going to try to finish a new scene. That's exciting. Zara is here. And yes, Holly, your stretch videos are so helpful.
Yay, thanks. Yay.
Alley Cat is editing their novel at the moment and finished a few scenes, almost done with another one since it's shorter. That is awesome. Everybody's just saying hi and chit-chatting. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to hop over the conversations a little bit. Brenda says, I'm good. Just got back from visiting my university briefly, and it made me happy to walk there.
Yay.
Yeah, that's exciting. Devin liked Oliver.
Oh, yay. Yes, big cat. You might see them come around like, I want food.
Oh, so cute. All right. Okay. We are skipping through the comments, guys. Sorry.
There's so many. I'm so happy everyone's here.
I'm so happy everybody's here too. Okay, so people are saying like 15 minutes. We're getting the 15 minutes. Okay, so Devin, we're going to do one day a super long writing sprint stream. I promise you that. I have no idea how many minutes that is, but I'm assuming a lot. Yeah. I was about to sing the Rent song, 525,600 minutes.
Oh,
and that's, yes. I am obsessed. I used to be obsessed with Rent and knew all the songs. And so I was like, okay, I was trying to take that as like a point of reference for this to see how long that was. And I was like, I still don't know. Still have no idea.
No, you have to see it.
See Rent?
Yes.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I love it so much.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay. Sorry guys, just skipping over. Oh, this is okay. So Hudson sent me a quill to put in on Instagram. So Hudson's saying, I realize it might not work for everyone though, because a lot of people might be on first draft. Don't worry, Hudson. I adjusted it. So don't you worry. Some people are probably going to hate it, but that's okay. That's what this game's all about. Kind of hating a little bit what you have to write.
Oh.
Well, thanks for coming, Brittany. Okay, Hudson did the conversion. So thank you guys. I appreciate that. So sorry, we had to skip over some comments there, but that's because we were going to explain Spiller Quill, and a lot of it was people discussing. Also, I'm using these because they're plastic. So So spill or quill is essentially writing truth or dare. And so at the beginning of every sprint, everybody is going to choose either spill or quill. And normally what we used to do is I used to say the spill first, and everybody would talk about the spill, and then we would do the writing sprint. So it was like if you said your spill, then you didn't have to do the quill and you could write whatever you want for the writing sprint. But if you picked quill, then you didn't have to spill, but you had to do that challenge for the writing sprint.
I see.
However, what we're going to do this time is that everybody's going to choose spill or quill, and then during the writing sprint, people are going to write their spills. Because before we used to like do all of the spills first, and then that time was all taken up. You know what I mean? So I think everybody can take the beginning of the writing sprint to write the spill in the chat. And then if you have to do the quill and let us know how it went. But we're going to do it all at once in the writing sprint and then talk about it all at once at the end. Because what we used to do, Holly, is we used to talk about the spills first, do the writing sprint, and then talk about the quills after. But I feel like it just makes sense to pick spill or quill, do the writing sprint, and then talk about them all at the end.
Makes sense. Yeah, got it.
I think
that works. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think
we can try it out, and if it doesn't work, we can go back to the old way.
Totally. But I
so as the guest, I'm going to ask you first. Would you rather spill or quill this writing sprint?
Oh my goodness. I have not done any quilling, so I definitely need to quill.
Okay, you're going to go quill, then I'll go spill, just so we get a spill or quill.
Cool.
And this also lets everybody, I think, because I'll read them both at the same time now. I'll read the spill and the quill at the same time, and then everybody can think about their spill, because sometimes that happens too, where people are like, oh, I need to think about it for a minute, so they can spend the sprint thinking about it a little bit. So everybody in the comments, spill or quill, what do you choose? Do you choose spill or quill? Lots of people like doing both. No shame in doing both, but you can't do none. So I'm kidding. You can do whatever you want. But
what if we hear the spill? Can we be like, oh yeah, we'll spill and quill?
Yeah, that happens all the time. So are we going to do spill or quill? Everybody let us know in the comments right now. Most of the time, I'm going to say like 80 to 90% of the comments are spill. But I've seen a trend lately where people are picking quill because I think people are liking the quills lately. So, oh no, the first 5 comments were all spill. Spill. Mary's doing both. Okay, we've got some both. We got spill, both. Might as well do spill because I can't fit quills in while working on this project. Spill. Oh, we got 2 quills. Okay. My ratio holds. Hudson might be doing both too. Okay, so instead of just reading the spill and then reading the quill, we're going to read them both at once. So this is the spill. And Holly, just so you know, this is entirely biased. If I pick one and I don't like it, I pick another one. So.
I'm okay with that. Totes.
Okay, so the spill is you have to tell us the most overrated book in your opinion and why. So that's the spill, most overrated book. I chose spill, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna have I have to think about that one.
And then the juicy. Ooh.
I know it is juicy. And then the quill is the quill's a nice one. I'm so excited. The quill is find us one of your favorite lines from your work in progress and share.
Oh.
So that one's fun.
I love that.
And if you don't want to share anything from your current work in progress, just write us a nice line in the chat. So the spill is tell us about the book that you think is most overrated and why. So most overrated book. And the quill, for those who chose quill, is find us one of your favorite lines and share. So we're going to get started on the 15-minute sprint. And what we're going to do is when you answer either the spill or quill, let us know in the comments which one you're answering. And I'm going to put both these questions in the comment box and then pop them up on the screen. So yeah, 15 minutes. Okay.
This is fun.
We normally go straight to talking about the spills, but I feel like this is going to allow us more time to write. So bear with me while I do this experiment.
No, I really think it's going to work out this way.
I hope so. We'll see. Holly, you can choose to do both too if you decide you like come up with the spell. Anyway, all right.
Yeah,
So
I'm so bad with, like, choosing things.
it's hard. It's hard sometimes. Like I don't know what I'm going to do for most overrated book. Like off the top of my head, I'm like, thank goodness I have part of the sprint to think about it. So pens at the ready, everybody. We are going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. All right, everybody, that is time. I tried to say that as quietly as possible. I just realized I had my headphones on, and I don't normally do, so the beep normally plays out loud.
I keep forgetting when I meet myself, so I start talking. I'm like, wait, you can't hear me.
How'd it go for your sprint?
Yeah, I didn't get any writing in because I was responding to that email and then troubleshooting things. So I was like, no, I'm doing work stuff. No, this is not okay.
Oh, girl, that happens to me all the time where I end up in writing sprints and I'm like, I'm writing an article for work, I'm doing emails for work. Yeah.
Like usually I don't have to, but they were like, we're trying to get this patient in, and then this other one's then they were trying to get a patient in the morning and then a patient in the evening. So I'm like, like being pulled at the seams.
Switching everything around and
It's
yeah.
not gonna work. I'll just be going to work earlier than I thought and staying later than I thought. So it's gonna be a long day tomorrow, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right.
I've actually been continuing like handwriting things, but I'm just in planning slash brainstorming phases. So it works though. I normally do that for handwriting. So yeah, it's been good. That was a good sprint. But you chose spill or quill.
Quill.
Do you have your favorite line?
Yeah, it's it's not it's one of my favorite lines. So
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like I was like, oh, I can't like there was just one in particular that one of my critique partners said that she liked. So it's all in the context of the story, so you don't know what exactly it means. But the line that they liked, that they're like, this could be on the cover, whatever. But it said, maybe I'll let you kill the beauty for saving the beasts.
Ooh, I like that.
And
I
that's
just
just
got a chill. Oh, I like that. That's so good.
thanks.
Um, Yeah, no, that's so good. I saw a lot of quills come in and a lot of spills come in, so we're going to get to those. I did choose spill.
Yes.
And I have mine in my head. And the reason I'm not going to say it is because I saw somebody else put that as their spill. And so I want to get to their comment first. And then I guess
Ooh.
like suspense, we'll see which one that I choose. But
Ooh,
I do have it and I know exactly what it is. But I saw it come in and I was like, oh darn, they took mine. And I was like, wait, no, that means we agree. Like,
yeah, this is a good thing.
yeah. Also, I normally do this disclaimer at the beginning of the Spiller Quill streams, but this is all meant for fun, guys. Like, if somebody has a book that they think is overrated that you don't think is overrated, or vice versa, or whatever, it's all just for fun. It's all just to get talking. So, anyway, we're going to get to the comments now. And so, normally, what we do, Holly, is we just go through the comments and then we talk about it. Like not necessarily us, but like everybody talks about it a little bit. So I don't know.
Cool.
I'm going to the first one that I can see, so I'm sorry if I miss any. But Zara says their spell is Wuthering Heights. It's hard to read. Everyone is messed up, and it's not a fun story. Have you read it?
I haven't. No.
I haven't either. So I haven't either.
Yeah.
Sage says that's easy for me, like water for chocolate. I usually love magical realism, but it just didn't work for me on any level. I didn't enjoy the plot or characters, and the prose was way too flowery. Yeah, flowery prose can lose me really quick.
Yeah.
I know some people really enjoy it. Like I feel like that's a preference thing, but I don't know.
Yeah. Same. That actually made me think of I'm trying to think of the very first um the very first book by Tahira Mafi, the like Imagine Me.
Oh yeah, the one with the eye on the cover.
Yeah.
The series with the eye on the cover. I forget what the first one's called.
Yeah, but that very first
Imagine Me's like the fourth one or
the
something
very
like
first
that.
one, I listened to the audiobook and I was just like, that's a flowery prose book that I didn't read
Really?
the second. I was like, I'm kind of interested in the story, but I was like, this is the most flowery prose book, like YA fantasy I have read, and I didn't read the sequel, but like that might be an overrated one.
That's so interesting because I haven't heard that critique of that novel. However, I haven't heard that many. I haven't heard that many people that have read that novel or like read it on audiobook, listened to it on audiobook. So,
Yeah.
um, Yeah. Anyway, that's interesting. Okay. And it's interesting that you got that through the audio.
Oh, yeah. It was because I was
Was
just
it
saying
more
before, I
evident
think
through the
maybe
audio?
yeah, I think maybe the way that the narrator was, like, saying
Mm.
it, like, it then she was kind of overly
Yeah.
dramatic about it, and then I'm just like, "Oh gosh," I found myself rolling my eyes multiple times, and you're like, "You should not be doing that while you're, like, reading."
Yeah. For sure. No, totally. Adventures in Fantasy says, not getting into other stuff, Harry Potter. While I may have liked it, there was nothing overly special about it. It just got lucky that somebody liked it at once. You know what? I'm one of those people that is a diehard, like, I loved Harry Potter, but like, yeah, I totally get that point. Like, there wasn't anything that was like, it wasn't a new concept, right? Like witches and witch schools and wizards. I don't know, but
Mhm.
again, I loved Harry Potter. Like, was obsessed with
Yeah,
Harry Potter. But it was just, I guess, the grand sum of it all with like the plot and the world. Like, I think maybe that's what made it special. I don't know, but
yeah.
that's a good one. I
I
can see
feel
it.
like yeah, I feel like her writing got better as it went, but like, at first, it was, like, very just it was more basic. Um, the world building was so rich with, like, literally down to,
Yeah,
like, the candies, and I think maybe that's what made it more special because
so
they
special.
live in the world, but I totally see that yeah, I think it was, like it was just what every kid needed at that time.
Yeah. My friend and I literally, when we were kids, this is so embarrassing. We used to like hang out at each other's houses and then talk to each other as if we were at Hogwarts the night before overnight because of the like time difference. And but we would like do it in a way that was like, "Oh, did you hear about this? Oh, did you hear about this?" And it was like neither of us would admit that like that we weren't actually going to Hogwarts.
I
And then
love
we
it.
it was like a grand improv like game. Like, because you had to, if someone said something, you're like, "Oh yeah, I heard that went down. That was nuts." Like,
That's great. Love it.
yeah, we had a wild
Yeah.
imagination. I mean, but maybe I did. I don't know. Who knows? Brittany says, "Quill, you don't have to worry. I won't be stepping on your toes." I assure her. Jade steps up to me, glaring down at my much smaller frame. "Not if I step on you first." Okay, that's an intense
Ooh.
moment.
Ah, dang.
I like it. I like it. Leah says, "Spill red, white, and royal blue. I find that people outside of the UK seem to like it more due to the way the UK is depicted." Interesting. So geography like differences there.
Ooh.
Spill, Catcher in the Rye is the most overrated book. Holden Caulfield is whiny and annoying, and it wasn't a good rep of mental health problems. I've never read it. Have you read it?
Yes. Yeah, a long time ago, so I don't remember too much, but I remember the whininess.
Okay, okay. Um, your best bet is the city. Oh, this is a quill. This is Rem's quill. Your best bet is the city. She wouldn't make it a day there to get married, stay single, figure it out. With any luck, her mother would pass her off to her mother. Wait, sorry, I have to read them both together. With any luck, her mother would pass her off to the son of one of her Go Stop club members. She would be complacent for a few years, then miserable for the duration of however long her marriage lasted. The circus ain't for you, little girl. That sounds like there's so much going on, and I love it.
Yes, that's awesome. That is great.
Okay, so we're at the quill that it's quill, the spill that I agree with. Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard. So I actually only read the first book, and started the next one and started the one after it. So I started 2 and 3 because I was like, oh, maybe 3 is better than 2. Like, that's because I bought them all together because they were on sale. Anyway, I was lost on what genre it was most of the time, and many of the characters' choices, especially towards the end of the series, just did not make sense. I also think the decision at the end of the first book to make somebody surrounding the villain really upset me, and I just thought it took really long to get into. So that's mine. I agree with this one. That was mine too, Allie.
Yes, I know I got to the 4th because there was a 4th book, it was only supposed to be 3, but she wrote so much she had to make the 4th book, and I DNF'd the 4th book. I was like, "This is bad."
I feel like this is an old series, so I'm gonna spoil not spoil the first book. This isn't a spoiler, but I thought they did Maven so dirty in the first book. I was like, I am like not. The whole time I was like, if they do this, I'm gonna be so mad. If they do this, I'm gonna be so mad. And then they did it, and I was like, anyway.
I feel you.
Because I loved Maven. Okay, so Adventures in Fantasy Quill. Neil blinked up at him with a cross between one. I can't read. Holly, do you want to read this one? Because I can't read.
Neil blinked up at him with a cross between shocked leader and confused puppy. Frankly, it was adorable, and Oliver wished he had a camera so he could show the others later.
I love that. Shocked leader and confused puppy. That's so cute. Spill the Shadow Hunter Chronicles by Cass Clare.
Ooh.
Quill, nothing will be complete until I have you in my arms again. You were what kept me together, and without you, I'm a broken pile that can't be fixed.
Oh,
my heart. I know. I know. Okay, so I'm just looking at how many spill quills we have left to go through. We have quite a few. So what we're going to do is we're just going to stick to standard sprint times instead of asking what sprint times we want to do next. So we're going to be doing, I don't know, 20 minutes, Holly? What do you think? We did 15 to start, move up to 20?
Yep.
So we'll do a 20-minute sprint next. But what I want to know in the comments, guys, let us know if you like talking about them all together or if you want to do the spill at the front and then the quill at the end like we've done before. Hudson also has a quill. The decision to spare Ambrosia's life wasn't the first mistake Basil had made, and it certainly would not be the last.
Ooh.
Do you want to take this one, Holly?
Yeah. You can go first. It was me who didn't pay attention. I explained, hoping he will refuse again just to hear his accent.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
Reading comments out loud, not even just like comments about not even just comments regarding like book lines, but just comments in general makes me appreciate audiobook narrators so much.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it's tough.
Kahila says spill, overrated book would be the Harry Potter series. Raylan says, okay, I have no idea for the spill, so I'll go with Quill. That's all good. People can change their minds.
Yes.
Quill. Quill. I state that into the room. I state that into the room and pray that it will stay just that, a possibility.
Powerful. Wow.
Yeah. Spill, I'm going to go with The Red Sister by Mark Lawrence. It was so incredibly predictable and repetitive. People raved and I found it mediocre. Read at best. Interesting. It's so fun listening to people's different opinions about books. I just think that like it proves the point that like art, like when you're writing your book, it's your art, but as soon as you put it out into the world, part of the art is the interpretation of the reader, right? Like
yeah. And some people will love it or hate it. It's like very polarized.
Yeah, for sure. Quill, sometimes people try to hide everything for the rest of the world, then they put plasters on their often invisible wounds so nobody sees them.
Aww.
Yeah.
Wow. That's powerful.
Powerful and very true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you want to take this one?
Yes. Lance leaned against the wall by the entrance to the school, looking the picture of relaxation. But she also knew what Molly saw, the fact that her best friend looked like he belonged.
Oh, the second part is not there. Sorry, Mary. I'm sorry. It says 1/2, but I don't have the 2 in the StreamYard. I apologize. Oh, no, here it is. Wait, are people's names messed up? Are you saying that too?
Oh, wait, let me see.
I see Mary and then Raylan.
Oh gosh, I'm like so behind.
When they start talking about it, the plasters will go away and open wounds will become visible often. There's a lot
here we go. Oh, no, wait. No, where is it?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm a little bit confused there. I thought this like matched, but I don't think it does match. It doesn't match. I'm like so wrong. I'm making stuff up. I meant the names are moving and things just ignore me, basically. I don't feel like I have a spill. A lot of overrated books I haven't read, so can't comment. Mary says, Quill, I don't need to be a hero, Bobby. I just need you. I don't need you to be a hero, Bobby. I just need you.
Oh.
That's cute. Okay, yeah. Okay, so this comment was coming up twice. Sorry. When they
Oh.
talk about it enough, it all gets accepted. The wounds will start healing. The little wounds will get a place in the back of your mind and your heart. Quill, Allie says, Quill. Case stood with his hands on his hips, thrusting his chest out. I mean, I can't blame you. Most people describe me as devilishly handsome. It's a curse. It's a curse, but I bear it nobly. I can tell I like him already. He's my kind of book guy. I've got like such a like type in when I read books. It's like embarrassing. I can know if they've got like a devilish grin or a smirk or like I'm done. I'm done.
Like a Finnick or from the Hunger Games or something?
Yeah.
Kind of.
I've got like a very like book boyfriend type person.
I like oh gosh, why can't I think of the word for it? Not like what are like the teddy bear cinnamon rolls. I like the cinnamon rolls.
I didn't know that was a term, but
Yeah.
okay. No, I'm always into the like the Zuko's.
Yes. The Zuko's too.
I also, yeah, a good like a character with a really good redemption arc.
Oh my god.
I fall in love with immediately.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes. Hence Maven.
Yeah. No, I need to. Okay, now I need to read the rest of it. Now that you say that, I'm gonna read the rest of it. Because they did Maven so dirty. Maven's my type. Maven is my type.
Yep, exactly.
In books. The big wounds will become scars deep inside your heart. Oh. Allie says she threw a wadded. Okay, so they're coming in, sorry, a little chopped up because StreamYard does things weird.
Yeah.
She threw a wadded up empty cloth she wrapped the bread with at him. It floated harmlessly to his feet. Yeah, sorry, guys. Natalie says Quill, but as Merida's hand raises little by little towards the sound of the wolf, the words from the truth flash through Alliger's mind. Okay.
Ooh. Oh, there's the second half.
There it is. Okay.
Wait, let me see.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Oh, okay, here. But she also knew what Molly saw, the fact that her best friend looked like he belonged on the cover of Teen Vogue, especially with those deep green eyes that seemed to look right into your soul no matter what you said. Ooh.
Hudson also says Harry Potter. I freaked out because your cat was on screen.
I think he was wanting food.
Brenda says Harry Potter. I read them in college instead of as a kid. Devin also says Harry Potter. Oh, well, Harry Potter didn't exist when I was a kid, so. Maya also agrees with Devin. Mary says spill. I really can't think of anything. No, okay, couldn't think of anything for the spill. Alicia says new moon. For Vivian's quill is my favorite line is the first line. Okay, doesn't want to give it away. Got it. Finished a scene and started a new scene with my novel. Okay, so we're into how people did on the sprint. Phoebe says, Phoebe, no problem. There's no such thing as late or early on this channel. Which is, I think I need a whiskey. Oh, I think that's okay. Vivian's first line is, I think I need a whiskey.
That's a great first line.
Also, you're making me want a whiskey.
I was actually thinking about that because I was like, I'm getting a pop, but there's also some like White Claw in my.
Holly, if you go get a drink for the next sprint, I'll go get a drink for the next sprint at the start of the next sprint.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Sweet. Kahila says was getting water and a snack for the first few minutes, but was able to type up 177 words. Okay. Celeste is trying to set up, but that's awesome because Kahila handwrites, and that's so impressive.
Yes. Now that I subscribed and I was watching her vlog, I'm like road to 100K, like beast mode.
So. I know. So good. Trying to set up a replacement phone and 143 words. Alicia had such a bad migraine that I just got here. Oh, no worries, Alicia. I hope your migraine feels better. Maybe like, I don't know, listen in, or if it's too much, like, don't. But I hope you feel better. Heather is here.
Hey, Heather.
Phoebe says this is the best idea ever. I'm not sure exactly what that's to, but
Spiller Quill.
maybe. All right. There's a whole bunch of people just arriving. Actually, it was really hard to pick one of just overrated books. I really like all the quills. They're so interesting. Yeah, that quill was so much fun to start off with. I really like that. Allison is here. Hello, Allison. Everybody's liking the quills. Cad, no worries. No such thing as too late or too early. I love Harry Potter, but definitely understand the criticism. Yes, for sure. Yeah. And sorry, guys, this was probably my Harry Potter story. My mother and I used to dress up for the midnight showings of movies, and I ordered books from the UK for the different covers. Yeah, Adventures in Fantasy. I used to go to the midnight opening for the books and the midnight opening for the movies. Remember when midnight openings for movies were a thing? Now they do early showings on Thursday night at 7 p.m. And I'm like, if it comes out on Friday, it should not be coming out on Thursday at 7 p.m. There should be a midnight screening at Friday, and people should have to wait in line like I used to. And then I realized I sound old.
No, well, I'm aging myself when I went to the Zuko, don't put your butt in the screen. Was it a midnight release? But it was at Borders, the bookstore, when that was still around, and I think it was for the 7th book. So yeah, there was a whole Harry Potter party, and I think Zuko wants food, so I'm gonna go give him some food really quick.
Yeah, no, go give him some food. Go give him some food. Hi, Zuko. Everybody wave at Zuko. I know you're not on screen, but wave anyway, because it's nice. But Adventures in Fantasy, so true. Amira says, overhyped book, 50 Shades of Grey. Alley Cat says, I love Harry Potter, though it makes sense why people don't like it because it's nothing new. Yep, agreed. Though for me, it interests me and hooks me. I tend not to care how much it's used. Agreed. If a book hooks me, I'm like super into it. Everybody's just chit-chatting. I kept reading Red Queen, hoping it would get better. Yes. Everyone's chit-chatting. Eva's here. No worries about being late at all. There's no such thing as late here. I've been behind all day. What month is it? Yeah. Yes. Agreed. Red Queen was meant. Okay. We're catching up, guys. We're catching up, guys. / we're not that caught up. I love your case quote. Yes, these are so good. The quotes were so great. Sage is going to put my quill out, pull the quill out, even though they didn't pick quill. That's fine, Sage. Totally fine. Wait, I think I missed something.
It's the what month is this? It's Helluary.
Helluary. Yeah, it is Helluary. It is Helluary. That's for sure. I mean, he's my favorite character to write probably like ever. Oh, okay. This is again the conversation about some of the quills. The quill was really fun. Also, it doesn't normally go this long. It's just because the quills were quills. Okay. Zara likes it all together. Mary is good with it either way, with the quill at the beginning or spill at the beginning. Okay, people like it all together. Either is good. Kahila says all together. Art is definitely subjective. What was this quill? These answers are intense. It was to provide your favorite line from your current work in progress. And the spill was overrated books. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to skip over some comments so we can get to the next spiller quill. I'm just making sure I didn't miss any spiller quills along the way because I really don't want to miss any of those. Oh, Brittany has a question. Who's your favorite cinnamon roll boy from a book? I feel like I haven't read enough, so I want more Rex.
PETA.
Oh, PETA, yeah.
I mean, but I'm sure you read the Hunger Games.
I was Team PETA all the way, though. Like, all the way. Sorry,
also, I guess he's kind of considered I would consider, well,
I've never heard this term before.
But
I like it.
Adrian from the Renegades trilogy by Marissa Meyer. I'd say he's a cinnamon. So cinnamon rolls are just like they're sweet boys who like they're not afraid to show emotions and they're like good guys. Yeah. So
I mean,
yeah.
I totally like that. But PETA, almost Team PETA all the way. Oh, yeah. I don't even remember the other guy's name, and I read all the books. I really don't. Gale, yeah, Gale.
He's forgettable.
Yeah. Allison says, I'm the same on book boyfriends. That's why I write them that way. Okay. Everybody's talking about drinks and food for the next sprint. So that is awesome. I feel like some folks are going to be getting drinks.
Yes.
Yes, I do love a good redemption story. That's true. Brittany's heading out. It was so good seeing you, Brittany. Okay, we've got one more quill and then we're caught up. Sorry, guys. I did skip through the comments because I just want to be able to get to the next sprint. Quill is no, she replied. I didn't want Eden until she was in my arms. I love my daughter, Ella. Her eyes narrowed. Astrid could feel Ella's thoughts, her judgment, her skin prickled. Ooh, I
Aww.
like it.
Drama.
I like the drama. I also like I like it sounds like there's like some mind reading elements and I love that. Hudson says also the book Matched is overrated. No offense, but it was bad. I don't know that.
Yes, Matched. Shoot. I can't remember if I read the first book and then I was like if I read the second one, but it was this in the same vein as the Delirium trilogy where it was like this had such potential and it sucked. So
Yeah.
Delirium and Matched, totally.
Okay, got it. Esther is Team PETA is the only way. Heck yes, I agree. Dal is here as well. Hello, Dal. Welcome, welcome. Everybody right now, take your time. We're going to do another sprint, 20 minutes long. We are going to, if you want to do spill or quill, let us know in the comments now. For those who don't know, it's basically writing truth or dare. Spill is truth, quill is dare. I read them out before the sprint, and then we talk about them after the sprint.
Yes.
That was quick and succinct. I like
nice.
it. I think you explained what a cinnamon roll was, right?
Yes.
Like
yes.
a really nice, sweet boy. Does it apply to all genders, or is it just?
It's usually just
to describe male.
Yeah,
okay.
Not afraid to show emotion. Yeah.
Okay. All right. People are choosing spill or quill, guys. Oh, no mind reading element. At least not in fantasy porno. Oh, they're twins. Holly's a twin.
I was like, where did my mouse go? Like, my mouse just keeps dying on me. Okay, that's fine. I'll use the little mouse pad.
That's so fun. Holly, are you an identical twin?
Yes.
Okay, you and Heather are identical, eh? I didn't know.
Like, you can tell us apart now because, like, she wears glasses, her hair's shorter, but, like, when we were younger, it was harder to tell us apart, but now we've grown into our differences.
Fair.
But our friend in college didn't believe us because she's like, you guys look so different. And we were like, well, she's like, how do you know you're identical? We're like, well, our mom told us. So then we asked our mom, how do you know we're identical? She's like, I don't know. The doctor told me. And I was like, oh my God, Heather, what if we're not identical? Like, so
we've been lied to her.
Like all of that. And we were like 99.99% like
you're identical.
So we were like, see, we had to get this test where a friend would believe us.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I know fraternal twins. But I thought the entire time I knew, like, have known them until like recently that they were fraternal because they look so much that they were identical. But then I found out they were fraternal, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
mind blown. But they are just fraternal twins that look a lot alike. Kahila's a twin too.
You are? Oh my gosh! Oh, I saw the pictures on your Instagram, but I didn't know that she was. I thought she was just your sister.
That's so crazy. Like, I mean, I don't know what the chances of twins are, but there's not that many. Like, there's 30 people here, so like the chance that there's two sets of twins, that's kind of crazy.
Twinning.
You can actually say that. I love.
Oh yeah, Heather. When we're both having good days, we say twinning, and when we're both like having like crappy days, we say that we're twailing. Failing.
Oh, I like that. That's so cute. All right, so everybody's chosen their spill or quill. Holly, what will you do?
I'm gonna spill this time.
Okay, I'll quill then. So the spill is. Oh shit, this one's really intense too. Okay.
Ooh.
What is the thing you hate the most about your favorite series? So now you have to take your favorite book and be critical of them. So for everybody who chose Spill, you can take time to think about it because we're now writing it during the sprint. So the spill is, what is the thing you hate most about your favorite series? And again, I'm going to write these in the comments. So everybody wait to give the answers until I put the comment up so that the comment can stay up. But what is the thing you hate most about your favorite series? That's the spill.
Ooh.
And for those who chose Quill, oh shit. For those who chose Quill, it's start an entirely new project for this sprint. So for this sprint, whether it be brainstorming or pantsing or whatever it might be, those who chose Quill, aka me, are working on something brand spanking new.
That's amazing.
That's really annoying, actually, but okay. That's what we're going to do
during this one. So
yeah, I'm going to go get a drink for sure. Okay, so the spill is the thing you hate about your favorite series or book. And the quill is, sorry, I'm just writing these out so I can put them on the screen, is start and, oh shit, my mouse is in the wrong spot. 1 second. Start an entirely new project. All right, guys. I apologize. Here we go. All right, so we're going to do a 20-minute sprint. We've got 20 minutes on the clock / now we do. Pens at the ready, everybody, and we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. All right, everybody, that is time. Let me just stop this timer here. Sorry if my voice scared you. I always try and be a little quiet. How'd it go, Holly?
Good. Sorry, I was in the middle of a sentence.
Oh, it's all good. Sorry.
I went through, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 3.5 chapters of beta feedback. So
Nice.
yes, I did good, and I realized, which was so sad, I'm like, I am failing, I am toiling at Camp NaNoWriMo because the last time I opened that document was on July 5th, which means it's been 10 days, which is really sad, you guys. But I am here today working on it, so I'm like grateful.
That's awesome. Get the feedback done.
Yes, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, it's been that long. Whoops.
It happens. It happens. So you chose spill though. Everybody else let us know how you did in the comments, but Holly chose spill. So
Yes, that was really, really hard for me. But one of my favorite series is A Darker Shade of Magic series.
yeah.
And I was like, this is actually really hard for me to critique because I love it so much. So the thing that I hated, which is like not even really a hate because
Just like nitpick. Yeah.
right, nitpicking about it is I think it was in the third book is when we get Holland's point of view. And it would have been nicer to get some of his point of view earlier. So
Interesting.
because
Okay. So when the POV was introduced.
yeah, because he's like that morally gray villain turned anti-hero type character.
Right.
So and
Oh, he sounds like a book boyfriend of mine.
yes, we find a lot about his backstory in the third book. So it's like,
Right.
it would have made him a little more a different shade of magic if that was we would have been able to see some of those layers a little bit sooner.
I loved that. That was cheesy. I
I
liked it.
know,
It was so cute. It was so cute.
book dad joke.
I love it. I did the quill. And so I brainstormed as some people might know, because I've been talking about it a little bit on my live streams, I've had ideas for contemporaries recently, and I am not a contemporary writer. I feel like I'm just like not, and like it's just something that's so out of my wheelhouse. So that's what I was brainstorming. And I mean, it's nothing like out of this world, but it's about a bunch of kids that decided to rent a cottage for the weekend, and it's the weekend before they all kind of head off to college or start their jobs or university. And like there's a whole cast of characters, and each one has a different kind of like point of view or problem that they're trying to resolve before they all separate.
Oh,
Um
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was cute. I just like I have no idea how to execute it. So they all like have their thing that they want to resolve before they go off to whether it be a job or college or university. Um, yeah, so that's the idea of this one.
Ooh, I like it. Save it to your works in progress.
Yeah, I know. I really want to this kind of like I had another idea for a contemporary that was kind of similar to this. This one's a little bit different. And I'm like, I don't know why, but all my ideas have been contemporary lately. Like any sci-fi fantasy that I've been like thinking about writing have been ideas that I've had before and that are kind of like really well fleshed out, but all the new fresh ideas are contemporary. And I'm like, I don't even really read contemporary. So like I have no idea where this is coming from, but I'm like, okay, let's roll with it.
I love that. I love that.
Have you ever written contemporary?
I haven't, but that's one genre that I want to try to write because I do have a couple ideas of contemporary, but most of my ideas are fantasy. So like those are the ones I focus on first, but I do have some in the back burner that I'm like, I could see myself trying to write this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just find like I don't know why, but creating a fantasy world is so much less intimidating than writing something that's based 100% in reality. Like for some reason, that's just like so intimidating to me.
Maybe you can find a balance and do something that's like magical realism.
Maybe. I I love magical realism. All right, so let's see how everybody else did on the spill and quills. This is exciting. So Mary changed to spill. That's totally cool. So Sage says the gendered magic in the Discworld series. Yes, it's kind of addressed / subverted in some of the books, but it's mostly upheld in the series. And I'm definitely not quilling at bedtime. Okay, totally fair. That's a good one. Allie says, Spill, my favorite series is the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. Sorry, I have a friend named Brendan. Brandon Sanderson. So I'd say I don't like the interludes. Most of them are just meh to me because I don't care about the rando characters. Kahila says, Spill, favorite series is Twilight, and I hate how cheesy and rushed everything is. Fair. That's totally a fair critique of Twilight. I really like the first Twilight book. I really like the first Twilight book, and the other ones just like didn't do it for me. But the first Twilight book, I understand.
I was like past it. Like I wasn't as deep into reading as I was before. Like when it came out, so I just watched the movies, and then I tried to go back and read the books, and it was too slow because I was like, I know what happened, so I was like, I can't read it.
I feel like, how old was I when the book came out? Like early high school? Some of the later books came out, or high school, some of the books? Maybe middle school? I don't remember. But it was around that time. Like, I don't think, like, I was a really big reader when I was younger. And now I would consider myself a big reader for, like, my typical reading. But I feel like later high school and through university, my reading just like plummeted, but that's because there's other stuff going on.
Right. Yeah. You have other things to read for passing grades and stuff.
I recall like reading Twilight when I wasn't reading much else. So it must have been high school for me. One of my new favorites is the ACOTAR series. The thing I noticed and absolutely hate is that Nesta is painted as a villain in the fandom, even though she was a male, even though if she was a male, we would all forgive. Sorry, I like misread that. Interesting.
She's got the
Okay, yeah, and that's the T emoji. I like it. So interesting. If she was a dude, we'd forgive her. Okay. Spill, I don't have a favorite book or series. Interesting. Okay.
We'll change that. No.
Yeah. I think this is the same one. Sorry, Allison. I think sometimes StreamYard just does like weird stuff. Hudson had to leave. It's all good. It's all good.
Hummus.
Sounds super fun. Yeah. Also, that was just me. Do you want to take this one?
Yes. Jane Austen uses a lot of similarly named characters in Pride and Prejudice, which can make the story very confusing, especially for a new reader of the book. Ooh. Yeah.
I did a poll on my Instagram because I was editing book 2 of all the Kings, like I was editing all the Queen's Renegades, and I realized 2 characters both had A names, and they were kind of similar. And I said once they were both AU names, but that's not true. They just had both a similar sound. I thought they were both AU names in my head, but I went back and looked and they weren't, but they had a similar sound at the beginning. And I did a poll and I was like, are these names too similar? And everyone was like, yeah. And I was like, I didn't realize the entire time I was drafting, I didn't realize. And it wasn't until I was editing and I was like, oh no, because I loved, it was one was an old character and one was a new character that was being introduced. And I loved the new character's name so much. And I was like, oh, I think I have to change it.
Yeah, I've heard that if there's like 3 names that it's okay if you have 2 like that start with the same letter, but if you have 3, you should probably change one of them. And then if they do sound too similar. But I know like I have the world in A Bargo's Riddle, it starts with a B, and then I have 2 characters that name starts with B, but I'm like, this has been like, these were their names like when I came up with this idea in high school, so I'm not changing it because I'm a rebel and
okay.
Like, they can tell me to change it if they want me to.
I think sometimes you just got to make that choice whether you're going to change it or not, and that's like totally cool. I just was like in the editing process, so I was able to make that decision. So I was like, okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
ADHD Raider says Quill, suspicious spouses. Okay, so this is a new project, suspicious spouses with good reasons. Dun dun dun. Ooh, I like that. Mary says one of my favorite series was the Kinsley Milhone Alphabet series by Sue Grafton. The thing I hate is that she passed away and we will never get a book Z. The alphabet ends at Y. Oh.
Oh no. Oh man.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's rough. Oh.
Want to take this one?
Yes.
I'm just like every so often because all of the ones that like all of the ones we've picked today are very wordy ones. Like sometimes the Spiller Quill are not wordy. They're just like a yes or no or something like that. So there's one I want, like I think we'll have time for one last really quick sprint after this, and there's one I really want to get to. So I'm gonna find it.
Yes. So Zara got a Moscato. I thought I had a White Claw, but I have a Barefoot hard seltzer.
I got a Coors.
Nice. So Zara had chosen Spill, but actually switching to Quill. Awesome. Cinderella retelling without magic as part of a series where each book deals with a real life issue. Cinderella is domestic abuse. Oh wow, that's intense. Super powerful. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh,
that's intense.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, though.
Yeah, I actually so here's the thing. I actually really like it depicted that way too, because I think it's super important because I think it's super important, especially like the Cinderella one, because Cinderella was my least favorite. I know lots of people really love Cinderella, so don't at me, guys, but Cinderella was my least favorite like princess series, I guess, like for that reason. I was like, why are they so mean to her? It like stressed me out as a kid. I was like, I didn't understand. Yeah. The Cinderella cartoon, there's so many Cinderella remakes that I love at this point, but like when I was a kid, I really didn't like the Disney Cinderella cartoon because I was just like,
totally.
I was distraught. I was like, why would they make her do that? I'm so confused.
Oh, poor Cinderella.
I know.
Snow White. I'm like, she just is like passive and then she has to be rescued. I don't know.
I also wasn't a fan of Snow White. My favorite used to be Sleeping Beauty, and then I like really got out of that phase. I really got out of that phase. Yeah.
Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast were like, those were my jam when I was younger. Like,
oh yeah.
So
Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King 1 and 2. I love them both. I loved Pocahontas. I loved Mulan, and I loved The Hunchback of Notre Dame so much.
Yes, underrated too. That one doesn't get enough love.
Underrated. I am. When I was a kid, I used to wear costumes everywhere. Like it's a thing. My parents let me dress how I wanted, and I was like, I'm never gonna let my child do that because they literally wore costumes everywhere. I got in trouble for wearing the costume to my kindergarten picture. It was like a thing. Oh. And so my parents used to live in Germany, and when I was a kid, not apparently, they took me to Germany when I was 3. I like my background's not German, but they lived in Germany, so they have a whole bunch of friends there. And so I went to Germany, and I went apparently the whole plane ride dressed as Esmeralda because we were going to Europe, and I was like, "This is what I'm wearing on the plane." And my parents are like, "Are you sure you want to wear your costume on the plane?" And I was like, "Yes."
Are sure you want to? Yes.
Yeah. I don't remember any of this. And so I actually just went with my dad. I was going with just my dad. And I'm like, I can't believe you guys let me do a 8-hour plane ride and in an Esmeralda costume with it had jewelry on it. And I was like, I must have been the most miserable child.
That's hilarious. I love that so much. Yeah. You were living the dream. Other kids were looking like, why didn't they let me dress up?
Oh my God, I was living the dream. I dressed up everywhere. Everywhere.
Sorry if I'm becoming dark. It's getting darker out and it's really overcast and rainy here. And where I am, it does not have good lighting. So I'm sorry.
It's all good. You don't look dark at all. I look like a demon too. Well, not too. You don't look like a demon. I look like a demon because my face is lit up by my computer. Anyway,
Yep.
that was just a side story about my childhood.
No, I love it. Love it.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I still just dressed up as Disney princesses every day.
It could still be a thing.
It could still be a thing. We should do that. So Natalie said I'm going to cheat for the quill as I did work on a new project before I saw this writing sprint in my notifications. It's the space opera set in the aftermath of a galactic war with a few twists. Oh, I like that.
Ooh.
Do you want to take this one?
Yes. I hate what happened Vin and Ellen venture at the end of the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I understand why it happened, but still hated it. I haven't read Mistborn.
I
So
also have not read Mistborn.
yeah. I don't think I've read any Brandon Sanderson, but it's on my to read list, So it's what's the recent one? Storm, like Stormborn or something like that, or
Stormbreaker. I don't know. I made that up.
shoot, what's his like the recent one? I'm bad. I'm butchering it.
Someone let us know. Okay, so this is the Stormborn one.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Okay, Celeste says Quill started a new project that I've been thinking about for a week. Guess this was the sign to start it. Yay! Oh, good. Maya said saving Barry Manilow, a young woman wants to preserve a statue of her mother's favorite singer made by her late husband. The new owner of the house wants to remove it and romance blossoms. Oh,
Aww.
that's a cute story. I like it.
Aww.
Sage says the story is 100% my jam. All right, there's a little conversation that ensues. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to get to the spiller quills. JC is here. Hello, JC. Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
And it's author JC's first time at Spiller Quill. So,
Yes.
yeah, basically it's like writing Truth or Dare, and we're going to do one really quick one because I think we're going to end this off around 2 hours. And we only have 20 minutes left, so I think maybe we do a 10-minute sprint to end off with a Spiller Quill, and we'll just get through the last of the Spiller Quills here.
Sounds good. I'm at I'm at a horrible spot with the lighting, and there's no plugs nearby, so I'm like, my laptop's at 37%, so I'm okay for
just a little bit longer. Yeah. Quill, Wisteria, a commission I got a few weeks ago about a hunter running into a witch while hunting a beast that has been terrorizing his village with a few added twists. Ooh, cool.
Ooh.
Alley Cat has been editing and is getting distracted. Went back to what I've been doing and is using the Plotter app to construct an outline for my work in progress. Typed up 605 words that sprint. That's awesome. Sorry, I just had a burp. Excuse me. I'm drinking beer. That happens. My Camp Nano goal is to edit SOTP for at least 5 minutes a day, and this is counting towards that because the purpose of the outline will be determined if there are any scenes that need to be cut, for sure. ADHD writer had to go. Okay, we're at the Spiller Quills. I don't know. I don't usually look for much of what I don't like from books I love, though I can say something about video game series. I love Halo. I don't like how the characters look. They changed a lot, and it feels like the size and heights of their looks are completely messed up. The company is making games now that didn't quite do well. Interesting.
I think I heard that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, because my husband's like big into video games. He doesn't play Halo, but I think he had like showed me, and I'm like, yeah, like or no, actually it was like a wrestling game, but like yeah, it was like the proportions were off and it looked like weird, and we're like, why did they do that? So
that's so weird. I didn't. Interesting. Okay. I haven't heard that critique. Okay. Sorry, everybody. There was a bunch of people said their favorite Disney movies. That is great. We've got some Lion King fans, and we've got a Cinderella retelling that has been written. Sorry, guys. I'm jumping through the comments. I really apologize, but I think we should do one more before we go. This is the Cinderella retelling. Little Mermaid and Aladdin are my 2 all-time faves.
Aladdin, yes. Oh.
I know. I don't know why Aladdin wasn't on my list. I loved Aladdin. I think I liked Aladdin. I know how to play several Aladdin songs on the piano and on the trumpet. But
Oh
like
my god.
I haven't played an instrument in years, so like I would probably butcher it now, but I used to know how to play uh Prince Ali on the piano and the trumpet.
Oh my god, that's so
The other song.
cool.
Yeah, it was super fun. I don't know how to do any of that now. I like if somebody's put music in front of me and we're like, "Can you play this?" I'd be like, "I'm
Yeah. I played piano up until, like, 8th grade. I remember, like, the face and "Every good boy does fine," so I'd be able to do, like, 1 finger, like, 1 key.
Yeah, it's like such a like you have to have such, I don't know, dexterity to I
Yes.
don't know, I just it's tough. Okay, so I think sorry guys, we're gonna skip through some of the comments so we can do one last writing sprint because we only have like 17 minutes left. I think we're gonna do a 10-minute sprint, so it's really quick. For anybody who doesn't know what spill or quill is, it's basically like writing truth or dare. And so everybody right now, if you could put in the comments whether you want to spill, which is truth, or quill, which is dare, let us know in the comments right now. And essentially, we're going to read the truth and read the dare, read the spill, read the quill before the sprint. And then you take some time out of your sprint to either answer the spill or do the quill. That's basically the premise. All right. Everybody's going. Yeah, so we'll do a really quick one and we'll end off at 2 hours. There's one particular spill I really want to get.
I quilled and then I spilled, so this time I'm doing both.
Oh, you're gonna do
I'm
both.
gonna do
Okay, I'll
both.
do both too, that's fun. I like it. I haven't actually gotten any that people submitted because some of them are my own, but the ones that people submitted, don't worry, guys. I'll screenshot them and I will keep them for next time.
Ooh.
Um, but there's one I really want to get. I got it. After I pulled them all out and looked at them.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so these are both really good.
So good.
So the spill, and I'm going to write it in the chat this time as I say it, is Oxford, comma, or no Oxford, comma. That's the spill. That's the one I really wanted.
Love it.
And then the quill is only write dialogue for the
Oh.
sprint. So the spill,
That's hard 'cause I'm editing.
I know, only edit dialogue. So the spill is Oxford, comma, or no. To Oxford, comma, or not to Oxford. Sorry, I was trying to do Shakespeare. That didn't work. Um, and then the quill is to only write dialogue. So for those who are doing the quill, obviously for the spill, you tell us in the comments whether you are pro or against Oxford, comma. You can include why if you want. And then for the quill, let us know in the comments like a line, just one line, nothing too long, one line of dialogue that you wrote. Okay, so that's the spill or quill. I have got this on the screen. And we are going to put, you know what, guys? We don't have that much time left. We're going to do 8 minutes because just that's just what's going to happen.
Sounds good.
So pens at the ready, everybody. We are going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. All right, everybody, that is time. How'd you do, Holly? Oh, you're on mute.
Third time is
Dude,
not a charm.
I'm working remotely right now for work, and that is like the calling card of
Oh my God.
every single meeting. I do it all the time, all day, every day.
So funny. Thank you for saving me. I actually had some dialogue to edit, so that was good.
Sweet,
Yeah.
nice.
And
And
then
to Oxford comma or not to Oxford comma?
to Oxford comma.
Same. That is a hill I will forever die on.
Same. What are those examples where it's like I don't know, there are so many examples where it's like to kill your grandma or like
I know, where the Oxford comma just makes everything so much more clear, and you're like, "Yeah, this is why it's required."
totally.
Um, I actually didn't do both. I thought I was gonna do it, but I didn't. I worked more on the brainstorming idea for my contemporary.
Ooh, that's exciting though.
Yeah, no, it's super fun. So how did everybody else do? Let us know. Let's take a look at what people are saying. Some people asked some questions about the Oxford comma, so I'll just skip those because they were answered in the chat. Um, okay, we have a lot of pro Oxford comma people here. Oxford comma enthusiast, Oxford comma for the win. Oh, that's just what it is. Sorry, I'm going to skip over those. Oxford comma is situational for me. Sometimes you just need it to make sense. Okay, interesting. That's also an example. Sorry, I'm just like skipping down to the spiller quills. Oxford comma all the way. Raylan says, Spill, I learned it in school. I won't be able, wait, I learned it not in school, but through writing, and now I won't be able not to do it. So I'll go with Oxford comma. Cool, cool. Mary says, Spill, Oxford comma, yes, in most cases, but I won't freak out too much if it's not there. Quill, I'm going to marry you one day. Bobby, after Randy uses her TK to knock out a guard. I don't know what a TK is. But yes, okay, that's a quote from the dialogue. I like it. I like it. Raylan says, I just didn't know the name. Like, I thought it was a normal grammatical rule. Oh, the Oxford comma. Yeah. I feel like it's the norm, very much the norm in some places, not in others.
This should not be debated. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a little bit how I feel. I'm like, when I read something without an Oxford comma, I'm like, I try. I mean, if everything doesn't have an Oxford comma, I feel like I'm a little bit better because I feel like I like consistency. I'm like, either we Oxford comma or we don't Oxford comma. Like, yeah. Raylan says, Quill wasn't able to write anymore since my concentration is too far away today. Like it's less than a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. The concentration is far off. I just realized I probably didn't need the explanation for the dialogue since it's only written dialogue. Oops. No worries. The dwaddling writer. Do you want to take this one, Holly?
Yes. In the sentence, we invited the strippers, JFK and Stalin.
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought this was
the possibility that JFK and Stalin are the strippers. Yes, I love this example so much. Thank you for sharing it.
I thought this was a dialogue quote, but that's so good.
I got to read this one. Yay.
Oh my God, that's so good.
It's great.
That's a great example. I love it. So
there are
good.
great pictures of that too. Like if you go to Google Images, great news.
That's so good. Rem says, people dying, sure, don't know. Wait, 1 second. This is a quill, everyone. Let me start with that. This is a quill. I just started with people dying. Quill, people dying, sure. Don't that happen everywhere? Worse we have is the aftermath when the gators pull the bodies from the caskets.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Oh, I gotta chill.
Chills, yes.
Yes, the dwaddling writer, so good, so good. After that example, maybe I would freak out a little if it's not there. Yeah. Love an Oxford comma. That's so funny. Maya says, have to run. Thanks for the stream. No problem. Thank you so much for coming. Everybody's just chit-chatting here. That's the one my English teacher taught me, so I have been pro Oxford comma ever since. Allie says quill. Hals, if you ever want to fly the hover, you actually have to touch the steering controls. So just so you know. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Sarah got 235 words of dialogue. I thought you were dead. I got better. I have so much to tell you, but first, and there's spoilers. Okay.
Ooh.
Alley Cat says, Quill, I only added dialogue and I was so tempted to put description. It was for my novel I've been editing. Okay, okay.
Nice.
Alley Cat also says, Oxford comma, ever since I learned it in school, I think it looks weird without it. Agreed. Ah, TK is telekinesis.
Oh, ooh, that makes it even more intriguing.
And Natalie says, Quill, we should take those wolves because they resemble Mountain Ghost, and that wolf was legendary to the Northern Invaders. Okay. And Celeste got 100 words of dialogue, and Rem says the story is set in the swamp, and it's kind of Southern Gothic, hence gators. Very cool.
Love it.
And with that, we're at 2 hours.
Oh,
Holly, how was your first experience with Spiller Quill?
wonderful. Wonderful. Amazing. I need to go to all of them. And
So, thank you so much for coming on today. It really means the world and everybody. Holly is just like amazing. So make sure you go and follow her. Her channel's linked in the description. Holly, do you have anything you want to say, promote, do before you head out?
No, well, I guess promoting is so I guess this is the last night because I'm announcing tomorrow. Tonight's the last night to vote on the Diversity is Lit book club's pick for August. So if you want to read a new book from a Black author, we're voting in the Diversity is Lit Facebook group. So please, I have links in my YouTube descriptions.
I should have linked that.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. But if you go to my website, I have links there too. But yeah, so tonight's the last night. So if you're interested in reading a new book, go check it out.
So exciting. Oh, that's so exciting. I still have to
Thank you for having me. So much fun.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And it was so much fun having everybody here. Thank you so much for the wonderful game of Spill or Quill / Truth or Dare. I think the adjusted version works really well, where we say them both at the beginning and then talk about them at the end. Because we used to like talk, sprint, talk, and it just became, and then like you start again. So it was like then talk, sprint, talk, talk, sprint, talk. It was just like not enough sprinting.
Totally. I think it works.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for coming. It was so lovely having you all here, and we'll catch you guys on the next sprint or stream or whatever it may be. And yeah, thank you. Thanks again. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.